Good morning. Today is Friday, October 10th. This is Wake Up with KERA News, and I'm Andrew Garcia. Warm and dry weather conditions will continue through the weekend, with highs remaining in the 80s and low 90s each afternoon. An elevated grass fire threat will emerge for areas near and west of I-35. That's on Sunday, due to increasing wind speeds that day. The Mean Green football team at UNT is off to a good start this year. We'll learn more after the news. Texas Republican Party leaders tomorrow will meet to vote on censuring House Speaker Dustin Burrows and 9 other members. Doing so could ban these lawmakers from next year's Republican primaries. The Texas Newsroom's Blaise Gainey explains.
The 9 Republicans to be discussed Saturday all have one thing in common. Earlier this year, they voted yes for Burrows to become Texas House Speaker. That violated the Texas GOP's rules because the party had decided to back a different, more conservative candidate for the pivotal role. This is just the latest in a string of internal conflicts among the state's Republicans. For almost a decade, the Texas GOP said elected officials could be censured if they violated the party platform at least 3 times. Last year, they took it further, making it so a censure could ban someone from the primary ballot. Texas Party Chair Abraham George says they made the change to make sure that, quote, Republicans were acting like Republicans. I'm Blaise Gainey in Austin.
The State Fair of Texas is expanding free student admission to the last 2 weekends of the event. KERA's Nadia Foe reports it's a change from past fairs.
The fair has for years given free tickets to schools across North Texas. Before, those tickets could only be used Monday through Thursday. In a statement online, State Fair President Mitchell Gleber said the change is to make it easier for families to attend without having to worry about schedules or their budget. Last month, fair officials announced they would not be giving away free tickets to high schoolers this year, citing the high cost, low redemption rate, and increased safety concerns. The fair runs through October 19th. For KERA News, I'm Nadia Foe.
The University of North Texas football team is off to its best start in years after winning its first 5 games of the season. And the Mean Green's hosting a highly anticipated, nationally televised game tonight. The Denton Record Chronicle's Brett Vito joined KERA's Becca Moore to talk through what to expect tonight and how UNT's season is shaping up so far.
Okay, Brett, set the stage for us. Where does UNT stand so early in the season?
UNT came into the season off a loss to Texas State in the First Responder Bowl. The hope was the Mean Green would be able to build on a 6-7 campaign and post their first winning season since 2018. UNT is well on its way. The Mean Green have won their first 5 games of the year for the first time since 1959, although the Mean Green are credited with a 5-0 start in 1977 due to picking up a forfeit win over Mississippi State in a game it originally lost. UNT's start has opened up a host of possibilities. The Mean Green are clearly in the race for the American Conference title. UNT is also very much in the race for a spot in the college football playoff. UNT would likely need to win out to have a shot to get into the playoff, beginning with its game against South Florida.
How does UNT stack up against South Florida in what I'm assuming will be a pretty critical game?
We'll soon find out, but this looks like the best team UNT has faced so far this year. South Florida beat 2 teams that were ranked when they faced the Bulls in Boise State and Florida. UCF's lone loss of the year came against Miami, which is ranked number 2 in this week's Associated Press Top 25 poll. The Bulls are ranked number 24. UNT has appeared capable of competing with a team like South Florida throughout the season, thanks largely to having perhaps its best and most balanced team in years.
And can you talk about some of the growth that you've noticed in the team since last season?
Eric Morris and the Mean Green faced 2 key questions heading into his 3rd season as the Mean Green's coach. Could UNT find a new quarterback after Chandler Morris transferred to Virginia? And could UNT's defense improve? UNT has seen positive results on both fronts. Eric Morris opened up the quarterback spot to competition after UNT starter left the program. Redshirt freshman Drew Messamaker thrived in the First Responder Bowl after stepping in for Chandler Morris, throwing for 393 yards and 2 touchdowns in addition to breaking off a 70-yard touchdown run. Messamaker has picked up where he left off while throwing for 1,247 yards and 11 touchdowns without tossing an interception the entire year. UNC's defense has also made dramatic strides under first-year coordinator Skylar Cassidy. The Mean Green are allowing 20 points per game this year, down from 34.2 a year ago.
So what are the odds that UNT ends up in the playoffs this year? As we mentioned, they've had a super strong start this season, but can they keep that momentum going?
First of all, UNT would have to win the American Conference title. The top 5 ranked conference champions will make the playoff field. The American looks like it has what it takes to finish among the top 5 as a conference. There are a few other highly regarded teams in the league. Not only USF is ranked, Memphis is 6-0 and sitting at number 23. Navy is 5-0. UNT will face Navy on November 1st. UNT does not face Memphis in the regular season, but could run into the Tigers in the conference title game that will pit teams that finish in the top 2 spots in the conference standings. There's a long way to go, but there's a path there for UNT.
And how excited are UNT fans for the game?
UNT's fans are incredibly excited for this game. They had a bit of a dismal turnout for a win over South Alabama in its last home game. They kicked off at 11 a.m., and it was pretty hot when that game began. The crowd was UNT's lowest for a home game since the end of the 2023 season. UNT is pulling out all the stops to try to get a better crowd for its game against South Florida. The school has declared the game a blackout and is asking fans to wear black to the game. The school has also put on a host of promotions to lure fans out. We'll see what happens and what its attendance looks like on Friday, but UNT had just over 3,500 total tickets left, unsold Wednesday afternoon.
That was the Denton Record Chronicle's Brett Vito speaking with KERA's Becca Moore. In local professional football, the Cowboys will be taking on the Carolina Panthers, which should represent a pretty good chance for a win for Dallas, who currently sits at 500 and in third place in the division, with 2 wins, 2 losses, and a tie. After getting caught in a storm, sweethearts Brad and Janet discover the home of the scientist Dr. Frankenfurter. Through elaborate dances and rock songs, Frankenfurter unveils his latest creation, a muscular man named Rocky. That's the plot of Lyric Stage's production of the Rocky Horror Picture Show. It opens tonight for a 3-week run in Dallas. To see details and more arts events, head to the Go See DFW calendar at KERAnews.org/calendar. Thanks for listening to Wake Up with KERA News. I'm your host, Andrew Garcia. For more news in your inbox, visit KERA.org/wakeup. That's where you can subscribe to the Wake Up with KERA News newsletter. You'll get a more in-depth look into the news with plenty of good morning vibes. Connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at KERATX. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.